Who has very pressing questions? Fire away. Go ahead.
Oh, hi, my name's Beth. So my book kind of crosses genres, and I think a lot of people's do. And I wonder, how do you read between the lines as to whether an agent would be interested if they're sort of interested in one or the other, or both?
Well, I think the first thing, the question was, how do you tell if your book is crossing genres, what this genre is, and whether an agent's going to be interested in it? I think that the number one thing is that you need to know your genre. You need to have a real clear understanding of it. It's very clear from reading a lot of the queries that I get that people sort of don't. I think that the best way to know your own genre is to read widely inside it and outside it, so you can see what the differences are. I think that a lot of people tend to write to trends, so they think, oh, urban fantasy's hot, and even if that's not your strong suit and you absolutely know nothing about it, you'll decide that you're going to write, a romance with a werewolf in it, and it comes off badly because you don't read this stuff and you don't know how it actually works. So I think that's the best way, is to actually know your genre before you sit down to write it.
I really like to edit my projects, and I'm pretty annoying about it. So even if something's really great, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've sold a bunch of stuff. I don't think that I've sold one novel without going through 2 or 3 rounds of edits. So the first time I'll probably give you a meta edit, meaning that I'll think of major themes that need to be changed, or characters that I think could be strengthened, or different things of that nature. And then the second time, or maybe the third time, I'd probably do a line edit. So that's the first step. And depending on what kind of a book it is, I either do a targeted submission to a few specific editors who I think would really love it, or I'll do a much wider submission if I think that it's going to get, bless you, a lot of attention and I want to create buzz for it.
Morton, are you guys familiar with like acquisition editors? And so as agents, we're selling to publishing houses, obviously, but we target one editor there. And it's very similar to you guys querying us. We find an editor who, for whatever reason, background, personal taste, is really into paranormal stories set in Wisconsin or whatever, and you're like, I think this would be perfect for Joe. Like, he'd be really into it. So a lot of this process is salesmanship and like really finding someone who's going to be into your project. So in every city, you try to cover all the big houses and find an editor, each one who you think is really going to dig this book. The important thing is, it's like any other business relationship. Like, we want someone who's flexible and who's easy to work with, and you have a good rapport with, who's like, who's not aggressive, who, someone that you just have a comfortable relationship with, like anything else. And that's how you develop a relationship and have a long,
Genre fiction is a little bit different. Genre fiction writers sometimes will come up with a slew of different possible plot ideas, and a lot of times what I'll have my clients do is just run a paragraph past me, like, these are the ideas I'm playing around with. Which of these do you think would sell better? And I'll be really honest with them, and then we'll work toward that one project.